And hello, welcome to Agile World. And it is Saturday, and we are on day 12?
Day 12, yeah. Day
Day
12.
12, 12 days, and we're still
I know.
going.
And we're still talking, we're still friends, and you're still, for some reason, looking angelic. I'm not sure how that is.
I know, I'm giving up on the background at the moment. I'm going to see if I can try a sheet on the background. And I like my wings. I've still got my cap. So I've had to think about how to do my hair in the mornings now to make sure I can get the cap. When it's in a ponytail, I can't get it on. So
Okay, well, my hair's not long enough anymore to have a ponytail, but I'll consider it for a future look.
if I decide one day to chop off all my hair, I'm going to put it in a little envelope, and I'm going to send it to you as a gift.
Okay, that's not in the slightest bit creepy, but thank you very much.
It's in great condition. It's extremely long. So, how have you been? How's things for you?
Oh, it's going okay. I think I might be getting stress headaches. It may be something to do with the number of lockdowns we're in. I'm not sure which one. This is 372, I think. So, what year is it?
2020. Do you know what? You laugh about that. I was writing an email the other day, and I was talking about something in 2020. And then when I went to write 2021, I actually wrote 20, 20, 21. And then I sent it, and then I got a question mark going, everything okay? You've been drinking?
You're having a mental break about the actual year we're in, which is actually, I think quite common at this point, isn't it?
It is. We're having some crazy times at the moment. So, but yeah, we've had an exciting week this week. Obviously, we've mentioned a few times about the our events that we've had this week and the big event. And one event that we're actually working on currently at the moment is our closing event. So I'm not personally.
You're gonna make me sad. I'm gonna cry.
You know what? It was, if you remember the opening event, and it was like days before the opening event, we were all getting emotional because it's kind of like, well, we're so excited that it's starting, but we're also scared because it's coming to the end. And then we've got the closing event. And yeah, I think emotions are going to be high. We're having drinks after event. We're actually organizing that. So I can tell you about that, the after event. So that's when, like any other after event, you can kind of let your hair down and start necking back the shots. But yeah, so it will be the 28th of February. That date has actually been agreed. It will be 4 p.m. GMT time as well.
Is there a dress code, or do we need to wear hats? Is there, do we need any preparation as attendees?
There is a theme, and I'm going to be leaking out the theme within the next few days. So there is a theme to the event, and there is a style of dress code. Obviously, we don't want people to have to go out and buy things, but there is going to be a little bit of a dress code, so it's going to be quite exciting.
Do we all need to look like Scott? Do we all need to be pirates?
Oh, maybe we should. That's a good idea. Why don't we do that? Give a helping hand to all the dress shops.
We got to be Steve the pirate.
Oh, I wonder if I can get. I've got a fake parrot. Actually, maybe I should send that to Scott.
Has it fallen off its mortal coil?
It's a bit limp. I can tell you that now. Its leg is a bit limp. It doesn't stand up. It's really random. The reason why I've got it is when we were living in Liverpool part-time because of work, me and my husband, the gym that we went to was an old warehouse built into a gym. We were in a private gym, so we had an instructor, and in the corner was this limpy parrot. And we kept saying to our instructor, where's it come from? And he said, well, the previous person that owned this warehouse, it's just been sat there. And I went, if it ever falls down, can I have it? And it did. It fell down. And the reason we won it was because it was like it was a macaw. And my husband's company has similar namings. I'm not going to buzz that here. But yeah, so we've got this plastic parrot that is limp and a bit broken.
You're actually strange in a very interesting way.
You know what? I could walk down the street and anything random would happen to me. I mean, I walked out of Tesco's last night with a children's unicorn horn, which you ended up getting spammed last night with photos of me going, check out my horn.
Yeah, just for clarity though, it was a Friday night, and on a Friday night, everyone can go wild. So
yeah, I put the bottles in the bin. Basically that. So,
So
well,
that's the opening event. So you're gonna start drip feeding us salacious gossip and insider knowledge about the closing ceremony.
yeah. But go onto our meetup channel, go onto the 20 Reflect meetup channel, go on the date the 28th. It says the closing party. Sign up now. Sign up, definitely. Get your names on it. Little bits will be revealed. I will be revealing tiny little bits, but I'm not going to reveal everything because we want things to be a surprise. To the extent that there's many members within Agile20Reflect that won't know everything that's happening. We're trying to make this a surprise.
I
Not
have no idea because I was involved with the opening ceremony. With this one, I thought there seems to be a lot of people interested in getting involved. I'll step back. You know, if I'm needed to help. Oh, by the way, your name's still showing as Brandon Hill, Jarrett on there. And you know, I really like Brandon, but there is some differences, like tiny differences that probably people might.
I did that purposely because that leads into the fact that Brandon is actually leading us in the actual
Oh,
build of
okay.
the closing ceremony. Oh yeah, see that
Good
works.
recovery.
Oh, it's a Saturday evening. I've still got it.
So apart from the closing ceremony, is that separate from the event about what do we do next? Because I know that there is an event that where we want to kind of find out from the community that now exists based around this event, around this festival. What do people want to do with it? Because I think I'm quite excited by how open people have been, how willing to get involved, and how willing to share. So I think that would be a good. I've already signed up for it because I definitely have an opinion, but I don't want to preempt. So if you well, look, I mean, I'm not shy at all. So if you've enjoyed this festival and you want it to be more than just this one event, 1 month, but have a clear opinion or actually just want to be involved in the conversation and actually help, then please join that.
It's not just about what we think as people in the behind the scenes and Agile20Reflect. It's about what you guys think as well. We're trying to see both sides, but we're the people that are being busy in the background. We want to know what you guys think. So yeah, join. We've got some ideas, but it'd be good to hear whatever people think. Yeah, I'm going to that event as well. I think it's a must, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what else we've got going
So
on.
just to let people know, we've got 763 events in the calendar now. I mean, that is astonishing. And you can still add events. And we were just before this started, we were talking about me running events. I'm interested in psychology and social anthropology. So I think running an event about how teams work in people's minds. Now, people talk about mindset, but what they normally mean is adopting agile thinking. Actually, there's a whole piece around how agile affects the value principles that people have for themselves within organizations, and how they are able to attribute themselves to work. So I think that's an interesting one. I've got some references to that because actually it was part of my master's paper.
Why have you waited till now? We're on day 12, and now
I know, but it's this
it.
one of the things that is, just because I'm involved, I didn't want to swamp the calendar with things that I'm interested in. So it's one of those things is you need to let the festival breathe and to grow itself for a bit until you sort of say, well, I'd like to do this. So I've got 3 events that I've programmed in that I'm facilitating or involved with, and then I've got 1 event I'm doing just myself, which I was told yesterday by Sat is not a good idea. So
why are you not giving me a shout? Why have you not brought in your partner in crime? You don't have to do it on your own. I can sit in the background.
Okay, well, I think you've already said you're going, and if you've now just realised that you're not going, then we need to chat.
I am going. Oh, I am. Okay, you haven't. Okay, whoa. Yes, I am.
And then there's the fashion one, which I'm looking forward to. That's being arranged. I think that's in Russia. So with a fashion, small to medium-sized enterprises involved in adopting Agile for fashion. So that's an interesting one. And although I may not look like it, I do actually know quite a lot about fashion, since I'm from an art college background, and actually
Really?
set up. Yeah, I went to art college, and I also set up a number of different shopping systems online back in the 90s. So that actually mimicked shopping malls but were digital. So.
We did have this conversation offline, because as soon as you mentioned that, I'm like, hang on a minute, I need to know some secrets. I am like even though I don't look at it every day, I am a fashion lover. I do like to, and well, unicorn horns, that is so going to be in fashion. I did a fashion thing in Tesco's yesterday. I made a fashion. So many little girls were looking, going, I want one. I made that thing.
You are a creator of fashion. You made a happening.
I made a happening for those little girls, and some women have to see them. Every woman wants to be a unicorn. We just need to bring out our inner unicorn and our inner angel wings.
Okay, so, I feel like I'm in therapy for some reason. I'm not sure why.
You're not led down, so you're safe.
Am I paying for this session, or are you paying?
No, you pay. You're on a lot more than I am, so you can pay me. I'm still waiting for my check to agree that I was doing this with you.
Yeah, it's in the dog.
So I've got some news actually. So we've got a survey now. So we've got a really good survey, so we can get an understanding how people how people actually are feeling about the events. So this survey is actually going to be starting to be rolled out at the end of every single event. You'll get an option to fill in a survey. And do you know what? I know people think surveys are boring, but the amount of data and information that's going to give us, this is going to help us in the future. So you should start seeing surveys pop into the chats for the event. So please, it's only a couple of minutes it takes to fill in. Please give your feedback. Please tell us what you think about the event you've been to, and also what you think about the festival. It's going to be extremely helpful for us as people to make sure that if we do it again, we can make those improvements. But it's also really beneficial for those that are hosting these events, because it shows them that they're doing a great job. And if they're not, or if there's things that you think should tweak, let them know, because they'll be open about it. So keep an eye out for those surveys. There's going to be, you'll see it on our social media platforms going out as well, for those that you've previously been to, that you can actually run a survey on. But please take a look. It literally will just take 2 or 3 minutes to actually fill in. It's important. And if not, do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people that looks at a form and goes, how many pages? But fill out a form, join the community on Slack, participate, and actually, your solution or your view of the world might be the right one. Yeah. And we're going to miss it without your engagement, your involvement. Just on that side, I just want to mention about our fabulous ambassadors. We got 85 ambassadors globally. I feel a bit like, we're the UN. We've got such a huge reach, not because we have a unique agenda, or we're trying to push an agenda, but rather because we're open to finding out what the agenda is. Yeah. It's we don't know what the world of Agile is outside of our experience. So instead of telling people what we're doing, we've asked people to tell us what the world is, and we've got ambassadors all over the place, engaging all over the place. And so, big shout out to 85 ambassadors who've worked very, very hard, also unpaid.
Yeah. But I will be tagging the link to where you can actually see who our ambassadors are to this video. So please take a look, because massive shout out to them. The amount of work that they've been doing has been unbelievable. Their spirit, their passion, it is absolutely been amazing. And sometimes they are our unsung heroes in one sense, because they don't take that much credit, and they should really. So round of applause to those guys.
I tend to, if they post anything online, I always celebrate it on LinkedIn, because I think when you're doing something like this, you need to know you're in a part of a bigger team, and you're heard and you're cared about. So and we do. So thank you very much.
So I'm just trying to think what else we've got. Oh, next week on day 14, Tuesday, we've got some more visitors. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I love it when we have our days when it's just the two of us. I feel it's a bit more intimate.
Just the two of us.
But it's also nice when you actually have guests get jiggy with it. Na, 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 na.
And less of that, thanks. Unless I've got a water bottle, I'm not doing that one.
I'm like a big Willy fan. Anyway, yes. So we've got some amazing people joining us.
Yes, the Africa team. Well, not all of them, just 3 of them, but a big shout out to them. For many of them, it's a new thing. You know, we have placed our hope in what can be achieved in Africa through people, not organizations, not certificates, not qualifications, just people who want to find out what Agile can do. And we've got 3 of them visiting us on Tuesday.
Yes, and we got our fellow beautiful, wonderful, trusty, amazing Grace. We all know I love everybody, but we've got our amazing Grace joining us as well.
She has worked so hard, so tirelessly to, and so what Grace has done, she's facilitated the ambassador network. Yeah. So people have volunteered, and she's kind of gone and interviewed them and taken them on that journey to what is an ambassador. Because an ambassador is you know, it's not like an ambassador in the foreign office. It's an ambassador as in a person that needs to go out there and break new ground, to get beyond the politics of Agile and Agile flavors, and actually just engage with people. How can we get meetups and organizations and different parts of Agile all across the world involved with each other for some of them for the first time? And they've been doing that, and they have done a fabulous job. She has led that endeavor, and all credit to her.
Oh, unbelievably. And then she's going to kick me later on for saying this, but she's also in the wrong job. She is like the new Naomi Campbell. I keep saying to her, darling, why are you not on the latest Gucci runway? I say every time on WhatsApp saying, have you got onto the Gucci runway yet? She's going to literally, after she sees this video, she's going to give me a boot on WhatsApp, but that's fine.
We'll just need to put a big notice up, Grace, don't watch this video. And then,
Sabrina's talking about you on the runway again. She's stunning. And for those who may not know Grace, she was actually what day? She was our number 2 or number 3 for our countdown. With the absolute beautiful, I love Grace. I could talk about Grace all day. I really could. But yes, that's going to be exciting. And also, who is it? We're trying to poke. Who is it? We're trying to poke to actually come and join us as well. We've not got your
Gervais. So yes. we want the North American team to come along. So big shout out to North American team. Over 100 events for the month. They've worked really hard, and also it's one of these things we've used these UN descriptors of areas, and it's very hard for me to work out where they are, but they are the standard mapping. So sort of Eastern Europe area, which includes like the Ukraine and Russia, and you know the team there is, because of the way their Christmas is structured. They didn't actually really kick off until I think about the 13th of January.
Yes, because I remember the conversation happening, because they can do things within a week in advance. And they were saying, and this was one of, not the only reason, one of the reasons why we decided not to actually do a close off of when you can add events. There was other reasons when we were looking at it, and it wasn't about the numbers, it was making sure we had the quality. But one of the reasons was because, you know, these guys said, look, we need a bit more time to be able to put these events in. We've got other things going on. And it takes a lot. I don't know. if everybody knows, when you're actually organizing an event, it's not just filling in a form and basically put some people's names and then hope that you can get enough people turning up. There's a lot of coordination. There's a lot of people in the background working on this. You have facilitation happening, arranging the actual, creating the item that's being presented, any slides or any games. There's a lot of work that goes in. So you think for 100 events or 200 events done for a particular area, the amount of man time that has gone into doing these events is unbelievable. I mean, we know how hard it is, and we've only done a couple of events ourselves. So imagine that amount of events.
Well, I'm glad you described it as man time. So is that 50% of women time?
Well, you know what's I'm in it. If you're going to go that way, us women can do two things at once.
Okay, I'm not going to get into any rhetoric about that. So so it's a lot of work's been done by different teams, and we'd like to get them on this. And also, just to say, the South American team, I sent them the intro and outro for Agile World, and it's called Mundo Agile. So I'm hoping that they will actually kick off their own show.
I hope we get invited.
My Spanish is not good.
No, not good. But still, we could try.
Well, it's the point is that it's we want to ripple out and share and create support structures for people across the world. It's not about what we do or what we are. It's about what we are all together. So
every version would be absolutely amazing. But no, that would be lovely if they do kick it off. And I wouldn't mind being a guest if we get that opportunity.
Well, maybe they'll pick up on you plugging that again.
I wasn't plugging it. I just, they're party animals. I'm drawn to them.
Yeah, it does look like a permanent party. I definitely want to go.
Yeah. So. Right then, I think we've actually run out of time. I'm just trying to think. There was so much. Have we missed anything?
Well, I mean, this is the benefit of being on this show. I'm going to replug the Red Team event on Tuesday. Yes. More because I don't know what we're doing yet. No, I do know what the high level structure is, but I need to build the game, and I haven't done that yet.
So in other words, you've got to leave us in a bit, so then you can build the game and get.
Well, the point about red teaming is that everyone thinks it's how to be negative at the wrong time, and actually what it is it's constructive and organized thinking around the possibilities of where something is, and the easiest way to understand it is to do it. So that's what we want to do. We want to have a game where people get to play at red teaming.
I nearly forgot. What is it tomorrow?
Sunday.
Your wife is going to kill you.
I've no idea what you're talking about. Is it the day that she has the bath?
It's a Valentine's Day tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day of love. Scott is like the expert of it, and Scott, was it tomorrow? He's got actually an event, the Captain Lonely Hearts Club Valentine's Poetry Caf. That's gonna be it's Valentine's.
Nothing to do with the Beatles then.
It's just no, it's not. It's a day of celebrating love. So we're going to celebrate love. So there's actually a couple of events in the festival tomorrow that is actually celebrating love, but also still celebrating Agile as well. So not forgetting that. So yeah, I'll still be on. We'll still be on tomorrow night. Maybe
I'll learn something about Valentine's Day. I still associate it with the massacre in Chicago. I don't know why.
just think it in a simplistic way. It's pretty red hearts and blushing eyes, and you buckle your lips like this.
You know when the first Valentine's cards were sent?
No, go for it.
First World War.
Really? Oh, because of their loved ones.
Yes, and a lot of the cards were made by the soldiers.
Oh, that's really sweet. See, you know some gooey stuff.
Yeah. Right, that's as much as you get.
Right, cut off. Right, well, lovely speaking to you. Right, and I will catch you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.